Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's half time live and uncensored. So, you know, fuck and all that. If you joined us for the pre-match show, you'll know who I've got with me. If not, we're joined by Jack Hart, Matt Plant, our resident Leicester fan, John Machin. We've got Chris over on Tactics Wall as well. Let us know your thoughts on that first half Liverpool performance. Obviously, Liverpool 1-1 at the moment against Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. Not a magnificent performance once again by the mighty Reds, but you know, definitely still in the game. Let us know by tweeting in at the Redmen TV or in the comments alongside like what you would do to change it and general thoughts on Liverpool's first half performance. Matt, how are you feeling about that? You took the lead. You actually had some decent bright spells in that half. What's your overall thoughts on the first half?
I just don't. Every time there's a set piece or there's a corner, I just don't feel comfortable at all. Whether we're attacking or defending.
Join the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You're playing us, mate. Chill.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I don't know. And that came from that free kick, didn't it? That goal. And we just can't clear the ball. And
are you happy though going in at 1-1? Or are you disappointed not to hold on to the lead?
Yeah, I just wanted to just hold on to it for longer than 5 minutes. It's the same with QPR, and it's the same with a few other games. But yeah, I don't know. I think I said before there's going to be a lot of goals in it, and I never thought you were going to get a clean sheet. And I still think that probably the 2-2 is probably looking good. Maybe not the 4-2, I said. 2-2.
Dad, how have you felt on that in that first half? As I said at the top of the show, not exactly scintillating from Liverpool.
Mixed. I mean, there's been parts of our game which have been quite good.
Yeah.
We've had possession and we've done decent things with it. Though it looks like Sterling is our only real threat going forward, which is a pity. But again, it's shooting ourselves in the foot. We basically gave them a goal. I mean, Mignolet tried to give them 2 or 3, didn't he? He only managed to give them 1.
Yeah.
But, apart from that, it looked to me like we should be in control of it.
Yeah.
But again, we're not because of daft things.
Yeah. Yeah. Jack, anything to add to that?
The game we saw us play week in, week out throughout the end of last season is very reliant on confidence, isn't it? So it's really hard for us because that's what we all want at the moment. But I think we've got to recognise the fact when the players are mucking in a bit and working hard, and it's not that free-flowing football that we saw. But I think there are bright things to take from it. Lucas has looked really good with everything that's come to him.
Yeah.
Sterling continues to offer him more encouragement than he was a few weeks ago. So it's nice to see us show that bit of character to respond quickly as well.
Great.
Still would.
Yeah.
He made a better fist of it than Mario Balotelli did against Spurs when one like that came straight to him.
Yeah.
He got closer to the goal, but not close enough. But I mean, it should have been a goal, So it was probably only fitting that Mignolet then, having failed to give him a goal, and gave him a goal a bit later.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, what did you make of the? I mean, Mignolet, he's not. Again, he's not covered himself in glory, has he?
No, he hasn't. And look, the goal's a bit of a freak, isn't it? It comes off the post and it hits him on the back of the arm or whatever and goes in. But I think it was his fault in the first place that he got in there. Once the ball, and it was a great through ball, gets through. Yeah. I mean, if that was Tottenham's keeper, Lloris, he's off his line, he's got the ball there.
Yeah.
There's no quicker keeper off his line than Hugo Lloris, and unfortunately Mignolet's just not like that. He's just so nervous and hesitant that he creates situations and he has to pull worldies out the back because he's not forward thinking enough for us.
I mean, it's a great header off the line from Martin Skirtle. I mean, he gets there, gets it away. It's just typical that 6 inches it goes out for a corner and we're fine. But Joa gets it, he hits it. The keeper shouldn't be getting beat at his near post, but it's a decent enough goal for him, I suppose.
Yeah, he's done well not to snatch at it really. He's kept his composure. It's one of them where you could easily have too much time to think about it and screw it up a little bit. Unfortunately, when our keeper didn't have that time and still screwed it up.
Yeah.
But I doubt Mignolet still believes he should be wearing Courtois' Belgian shirt.
Probably not.
Recently.
If he does, he's uber deluded. Matt, you got to give credit to Leonardo Joa there. It's he gets himself in the right position.
Yeah.
He gambles, he hits it, he gets his goal.
I don't think Mignolet's at fault for that really.
It's unlucky. I think you can say keepers shouldn't be getting beaten at near post. I've seen better goalkeepers than him getting beaten by goals like that.
He went for the goal himself. Because I think he's not been having a go at the goal.
He's not been selfish enough.
Yeah, so I think it was good to see him go for it. Really.
Yeah, just to reiterate, Matt is a Leicester fan, so he's allowed to say things like that. He's not just here to good to see him getting back on the score sheet.
I mean, it was really important. We scored pretty quickly after they'd gone up 1-up.
Yeah.
Because that sort of gets us back in the game. If it had gone on until the second half or something, I'd have really feared for us, to be honest. But at least, we haven't lost too much in terms of morale from going one down by getting back really quickly.
Yeah.
And brilliant hit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's right there, isn't it? Because it's vital that we weren't able to dwell too much, I suppose, on going behind. It shows a good set of character to get back in. It's a bit lucky in some respects, it's a poorly headed clearance, it drops the line, but yeah, good hit, gets us right back in.
Yeah, it is, and look, to be honest, I'd like to say what Samuel Asamoah said there, middle comment. Mignolet plays like a kid in the playground, so careless. However, our response for the 1-1 was good. Foxes are there for the taking, and he's right, to be honest. The response when we went 1-0 down was good from the team. We got back into it quickly, and that's what we wanted. Moving on, Ben Bagley, Lallana looking sharp, lovely awareness in the box, Sterling moving about well, the rest is quite static. Coutinho on first, please. I think a good shout, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, actually, do let us know in the comments or by tweeting at the Redmen TV what changes you'd look to make in the second half. I think we can see, I think you mentioned at the top of the show that Liverpool, we lack pace, up front. We saw that moment when Sterling burst through. He's got Lallana, Gerrard and Lambert are the nearest attacking players to him, and they're never going to catch up with him because none of them are blessed with great pace.
No, I mean, he's really been our only real threat, hasn't he, to be honest? I mean, the goal came from completely nothing, didn't it? Whereas when we've looked dangerous going forward, it's always been Sterling trying to get past the defenders, which sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. I mean, he broke away on one, and by the time he got to the penalty area, there were 4 men round him. Yeah. And he'd been forced quite wide.
And none of them were in red shirts.
Yeah, none of them in red shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I think that's an issue, and that's where I think Coutinho coming on, Jack, might actually be a good thing, because he likes the ball at his feet. He's a direct dribbler. He has got that kind of pace. The question is, who would you, if you were going to make that change, who would you make that change for?
Yeah, it's where you play him, isn't it? Because for me, he tends to look more dangerous when he's in the midfield 3 and he's actually getting forward, rather than when he's at the top of play, having to turn on it a little bit. He's looked good in wide positions as well. I'm happy for now, just seeing how we play this out for the next 15 or 20 minutes, and then maybe look to make changes then. But I'm content for now. Yeah,
I mean, Matt, from a Leicester perspective, what have you made of Liverpool in the first half?
As John was saying, Sterling seems the only threat, really, but purely because of his pace. And I think Lambert should stay on just for those, like Lallana's goal, just for those goals, just to sort of, when we fail to cross it, just to clear it, just to get on them. Because I'd always said he was going to score this game. But Lambert, not Lallana. So I hope not.
yeah, just a little reminder as well, we unveiled it on the Matchday live show prior to the game. Our Colo Torre Christmas sweatshirt is now available. If you it's a real thing. It is genuinely a real thing. Those of you who like the Brendan Rodgers one last year, hopefully you like this one just as much, if not more. That's available on the Redmen TV shop on redmentvshop.com. Get it now. Go wild. If you maybe use it to cheer yourself up. Who knows? Chris, have you got some comments for us?
Yeah, at Jimmy Lynn's, no confidence, too much fucking about at the back, referee shocking, need to get some speed on to keep up with Sterling. So, something we've not touched on. Yeah, the referee has been awful, hasn't he? I mean, there was one time where Ricky Lambert was getting choked by their centre-back, the Polish guy. Awful fucking defender.
Yeah, I think Raheem Sterling probably could have had a few more decisions go his way. To be fair, he got the one on the edge of the box, but he did have to face plant himself.
Go down a couple of times.
To go down 4 times to actually get it in the end. So yeah, let's any thoughts on the referee's performance. Pardon me, so far. I think the interesting one, going back to any changes, that again, looking at the attacking end of the pitch, if we're going to get pace on, Lallana's got his goal. I think he's been okay. Again, for me, Steven Gerrard, I'm not sure at the given the way the game's going right now, Gerrard's actually the one I'd sub off.
If you want to win the game, you look at our midfield. You're not going to take Lallana off. So you're looking at Henderson, Gerrard and Lucas. There's not a lot of pace there. Mm-hmm. There's probably one man too many amongst that 3. Yeah. You don't need 3 of them. Yeah. And you need to keep Lucas on because he's having another storming game at the back. So either Henderson or Gerrard to go for me.
Yeah.
They seem to get bypassed a lot, don't they? In the
Yeah,
middle,
that's
straight
it.
to Sterling up front.
Yeah, this is the thing, and I can see maybe as the game goes on, if Liverpool can, like we did in the second half of the weekend, if we continue to build the pressure, Gerrard actually might come into the game a little bit more, just because a lot more of our play will be based, hopefully, fingers crossed, in their final third, and if Leicester start to sit back a bit more, that might play into Gerrard's hands, I think.
Some free kicks and
Well, this is it. Well, to be fair, our goal actually in a roundabout fashion comes from a Gerrard, taking the free kick, which is a bit of a weird way. It feels like I'm really stretching here to try and find positives there from his performance. But it's one of those things. I think I can see it clear. The way the game is now, if we're going to try and hit them on the break and we're going to try and stretch them, Coutinho for Gerrard, I think is the change, because I wouldn't take Henderson off just because he can. He does have that pace as well. But I can see Lucas coming off. To be fair, you know what I mean. I don't want it, but I think Lucas will come off before Gerrard.
I wouldn't be taking him off until late in the game.
Yeah.
When you think you're more comfortable or you desperately need to go forward.
Yeah.
That was all. I mean, the other point I would make is that we've got players like Markovic and Coutinho who've got more pace.
Yeah.
And maybe even Lambert would be sacrificed in the end if it's about breaking with pace.
Imagine the fume though if we sacrifice Lambert and concede a goal. Don't even begin to think. Let's not even think about that. I didn't even say it.
Well, if we take Lucas off and concede a goal, even worse.
It is nice when you're looking at the, possibly making a midfield change to look at the bench, and you think you could take off Gerrard and you could bring on Alan, Coutinho or Emre Can, and all of them could contribute something very different to that. So it's really good having the options there.
Yeah, and I think that's a big positive from that bench. Whereas we haven't got like the out and out striker, we've got ways to change that. Yeah. The question is though, again, is that I think it comes down to the Gerrard thing. I wonder whether if Gerrard isn't having the impact, that's another test I think for Rodgers, is being able to say, well, Steve, you're not doing enough in this game. I do fear though that we will change other things to accommodate him. And if Gerrard crops up with the vital touch or the vital assist or whatever, then it's utterly vindicated. But I think right now it's not quite working for Gerrard in that position, and it might be that for me is where I freshen up. But if you agree or disagree, do let us know in the comments or by tweeting us. Chris, have you got anything to add there, mate?
Yeah, Kevin Hitchcock, below average performance once again. Only player looking a threat is Sterling. We've already touched upon that. Though great to hear fans singing Rodgers' name. Yeah, and that is brilliant, isn't it? Because it's always the away fans, and if you lose the away fans, you're pretty much a goner as a manager, aren't you? Yeah. And Brendan Rodgers get his name sang, and that's brilliant, and that just shows that we're still behind.
But that's the away fans for you, isn't it? Away fan, when you lose the away fans, it's game over. But he hasn't, so there we go. So so there you go. Thanks very much for joining us for half time live. We're going to be going and letting you go back over to watch the rest of the match. Don't forget to check out our post-match content on youtube.com/the Redmen TV. Like the video, and just be excellent to each other. enjoy the second half. Ta-ra.